Good afternoon, esteemed professionals. It's me, Persilindal. We are back today with more Final Fantasy XIV New Game Plus. We are going to be continuing our playthrough of the Heavensward New Game Plus. We'll be working through patch 3.2 today, which has one of my favorite dungeons in the entire game. So I'm very, very excited to get to that. As a heads up, we might end up discussing spoilers from the FanFest keynote that was earlier today. They revealed the new expansion title and some other information as well, so just be aware that that might be present as we play today. As always, chat picks my role for dungeons and trials. Anyone who wants to is also welcome to come along for those. Without further ado, let me make sure that my game is working, firstly, and then get us swapped over to the game screen. Let's do it. We end Walker and y'all. Except not really, because we're still in Heavensward. Okay. Time to remember where I actually am. I'm pretty sure the story continues over right in front of Forton Manor in Ishgard, so we gotta get over there first. Yeah. Hope that y'all have had a good Friday so far. Been enjoying yourselves. You are almost to the weekend. Congratulations. Proud of all y'all. Okay. Back to Ishgard, since that's where we need to be to continue the story. Heavensward Part 3. As a reminder, last time we found Thancred, we met the Warriors of Darkness for the first time, which was exciting. And Tataru came by to report that I think there's been a breakthrough in locating the other Scions, so let's go talk to her and see what's up. As it once was. Alfino, Dragonfruit, I've been looking all over for you. We've received news regarding Flamine, Hoary Boulder, and Coltene. Really? Has something happened? No, it's nothing bad. Quite the opposite, in fact. It seems that once they learned the Scion's good name had been restored, they boarded the next ship bound for Limsa Lominsa. They should be arriving any moment now. Hello, here for some lurking action? Welcome, Rose. Always wonderful to see you. Enjoy your lurk. It's easy to forget how useful link pearls are, isn't it? When they work, I mean. And you don't mind being spied on. Quite. But what wonderful news to think that our reunion is so close at hand. A pleasure to see you too, Elfino. Ah, Thancred. And Kryl. What brings the two of you here? Kryl and I have been looking into how we might track down Minfilia. And we may have just found the answer. Let's go. Dragonfruit. When you were fleeing Ul'dah with Minfilia, you said that Hydaelyn spoke to her shortly before you parted ways, yes? Well, assuming that is true, and I see no reason to suspect that it is not, it seems reasonable to conclude that Hydaelyn commanded her to remain behind. That is to say, the Mother Crystal directly interceded to guide Minfilia. Admittedly, this is all still quite hypothetical, but I propose that such intervention, however subtle, must surely leave some residual trace, a lingering disturbance in the ether, or ripple if you will. In order to establish the existence of such ripples, of course, we will require suitable data. Fortunately, I know where such data can be found. The battleground where Dragonfruit felled the Ultima weapon, and the site of my personal ignominy. 'Twas there that Hydaelyn intervened to shield her from the magic I invoked. Kryl and I will infiltrate the castrum and analyze the ether therein. The two of you, alone? I have a proven knack for subterfuge, and I am confident there will be sufficient nooks and crannies in which to hide Kryl while the patrols pass. Besides, if you and Dragonfruit come along, who will see to Flamine's grand homecoming? And when you put it like that, very well, I trust in your plan. I know not whether this data will yield a means to find Minfilia, but it will at the very least eliminate another avenue of inquiry. Tataru and I will return to the Rising Stones and make preparations for our comrades' return. Might I impose upon you to meet them at the Liminson docks? I can absolutely do that, buddy. Then I shall see the four of you at the Rising Stones. Safe travels. Alrighty, onwards to Limsa. I feel like we haven't been there for a quest in a hot second. Flamine! The girlie is here. Oh, Dragonfruit, how have you been? Come here, let me have a good look at you. Thank the 12. One hears the strangest tales in foreign lands. I worried about you all every day. We would have sent word sooner, but the Braves afforded us no opportunity. When they fell upon us in the market, it was all we could do to escape. Tataru found her way to you, of course, but we were forced to seek shelter aboard a Hanish vessel. It pained us not being there when you needed us most. But we made the most of it, didn't we, Kultane? Studied and trained from dusk till dawn, we did. We would have sent word sooner, but we knew not whom to trust, and with the vast distance. But those dark days are behind us at last. I shall be glad indeed to return home and speak with my daughter. Oh no, did nobody tell her? Well, sorry to be the bearer of bad news, Flamine, but what do you mean she's missing? How could you let this happen? Forgive me. I am sure you are doing everything in your power to find her. As Thancred must be. He watched over her from the first, long before me, and he will watch over her to the last. I shall pray for her safe return and busy myself in the meantime. For a certainty, there is much and more to be done. The Braves may have bloodied us, but the path remains, and we shall not be swayed from it. Aye, that's the spirit. To the Scions and a long overdue reunion. Huzzah! Well, there you have it. To the Rising Stones. Meanwhile, at the Imperial Castrum. Way to not cover up your neck tattoo, Thancred. Very stealthy.
Well done, sir. And with that, I believe we are ready to proceed.
Let us be about our business, then. The next patrol may not be so credulous.
At least he lost the bandana. That is some progress.
Why must you be so disappointingly brusque? You're not at all as Minfilia described, you know. I don't think you've favored me with so much as a single compliment since we set out. Tell me, did your time in the wilderness sap you of all your charm? Or are you holding it in reserve for your beloved?
Yeah, Thancred, say something nice about Kryl.
This is neither the time nor the place.
Well, call me old-fashioned, but when I'm risking life and limb infiltrating an Imperial castrum, I like to be sure of my comrades' motivations.
I see now where Alphino gets it from. Minfilia is dear to me. It is true. But not in the way you think. 15 years passed when she was still but a child.
Also, that
There was an
Christmas in its
incident
depression arc right
at
now.
a
It's fine.
parade. A Gubu broke free of its fetters and ran amok through the streets of Ul'dah. Had I been more attentive, I could have prevented it. But I was distracted, and her father was killed. I feared she would never recover. But in the years that followed, she showed herself to be more resilient than I had ever imagined. And when she learned of her gift, she did not flinch from the responsibility, but sought to guide others on the path. She touched the hearts of all around her. Mine, Louisoix, every Scion's. In those dark days following the calamity, she was our guiding light, our hope for a brighter future. She had so many dreams, and I would give anything to make them come true.
Oh, this patch is gonna hurt.
My apologies. I can see she means the world to you.
That's good.
I did not mean to pick at old scars.
No harm done, I assure you. But fair is fair, my lady. What is Minfilia to you?
You mean you don't know? Only my dearest friend. When I finally emerged from my torpor, I learned that nary a day had passed without her asking after me. She never gave up hope. And neither will I.
Then for Minfilia's sake, let us pray that these vestiges of Hydaelyn's intervention will lead us to her.
Okay. Speak with Flamine and Revenant's Toll. Can do. It feels good to be home again. To think that everyone is waiting for us just beyond those doors. Friends and family with whom we have shared so much. God's help me, but the older I get, the more sentimental I become. Come, let us not keep them waiting. Onward we go. Speak with the Scions and the Rising Stones. Can do. Alian, Ephemy, it fills my heart with joy to see you both hale and hearty. And what of Higiri? She is well, though abroad on a mission at present. It just wasn't the same without you. Welcome back, my lady. We could do with more of that around here. Heartfelt reunions with stalwart companions. Brings a bloody tear to the eye. To secret oneself in a ship's hold to secure safe passage to a faraway land. This is a tale we know all too well. When they are well rested, I should like to seek a formal introduction. Why wait, my friend? There's no need to be shy. Pray grant me a moment longer at least. Though I am happy to oblige you, my legs are rather less accommodating. Ochre. What in the seven hells drove my little brother to come down to Mordona? Why, you, brother. You and the Scions, of course. For 1,000 days I trained that I might grow as strong as you, that I might fight alongside you. Yet now that you are here, I sense that you have surpassed me once more. Or no, do not tell me. You trained with the Hanish, did you not? Your eyes do not deceive, brother. I have studied the trials of the braves, and drunk deep of the souls of mine enemies. Glad though I am to be home, I cannot help but think of those who have yet to return. Once we have settled in, I would join the search. Well, Tataru, we found everyone. It's been so long since I've seen them all like this. Too long. 'Twas the chaos born of my foolish ambition which forced them to flee. Though they are returned, there are others yet missing, others whom we cannot forsake. We'll find them, Alfino. I know we will. Ida, Papalimo, every last one. Hello, Abso. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for the headpads redeem. Much appreciated. And when they walk through those doors, we'll be here to welcome them home. With me at the head of the queue, of course. The word of the mother. Thancred and Kryl contacted us a short while ago. It would seem that their foray into Castra Meridianum bore fruit. They asked that we rendezvous with them in Y'shtola in Edelshire, where they will share their findings. Rude though it is to depart without speaking to the guest of honor, I expect she will forgive me if I return with her daughter. Rendezvous with Kryl. Can do. My apologies. I see I'm the last to arrive. So, what news have you for us? Well, as we postulated, there were indeed what appeared to be the remnants of an unexplained disturbance in the ether at the scene of the Ultima Weapon's destruction. A ripple at odds with the presiding pattern. Though faint, the waveforms bore a strong resemblance to those observed following the destruction of the Isle of Val, when I believe Hydaelyn shielded me with the Blessing of Light. To confirm our findings, we paid a visit to the Silde aqueducts. There we detected the same waveform, but orders of magnitude larger, as one would expect of a more recent disturbance. Hydaelyn. There is no other explanation. But there is more. When I studied the site where Y'shtola used flow, it appeared that not 2, but 3 beings had been affected. Yet unlike Y'shtola and Thancred, there was no trail to follow. Our unknown third party was simply there, and then not there. Now, recall your visions of a vast crystal floating in a sea of ether. Though this too is but a theory, studies of gifted subjects suggest that, when communing with Hydaelyn, we briefly leave our bodies behind. So let us consider the facts. 1. Hydaelyn interceded. 2. A third being was caught in Y'shtola's flow and vanished without a trace. And 3. Hydaelyn may have the capacity to summon the consciousness of gifted individuals to her side. You are implying, I take it, that Hydaelyn guided Minfilia into the compass of my magic, that she might summon her, body and soul, unto the ethereal sea? In which case we must needs continue our search there. For a blessing, the means to do so already exists. I speak of the Anti-Tower, a Charlian construction conceived to provide scholars a vantage point over the ethereal sea. Though I know not where its entrance lies, we need only ask its last custodian, a contrary old crone who, for another blessing, refused to join the Exodus. Master Matoya was the keeper of the Anti-Tower. I had no idea. And our course is clear. We must petition her aid once again. Okay, damn, we going into Anti-Tower like way early. I forgot that was this early in the patch. put together the poll for that real quick. Because we've got a dungeon upcoming. Can I spell properly? That's the next question. Hello, Mercury. Welcome, welcome. Always good to see you, friend. And as always, DPS, healer, or tank. I'll set that out like 3 minutes. Anyway, good to see you. I hope you're having a good day so far. And let's head to go see Matoya. Hey, the skies are actually clear and it's pretty. We love to see it. Is heckin' good. Just got home and you have macarons? Ooh, hell yes. Love to hear it. Macarons are always good. Hi, Matoya. We need your help. Again. Oh, what a surprise. Well, what secrets have you come to extract from me this time? Ah, though it pains me to admit it, your words strike close to the mark. We humbly ask that you grant us entry to the Antitower, that we might use it to seek a friend who we believe has been transported to the Ethereal Sea. And who told you I could do such a thing, I wonder? Love you, Stola. The tower was abandoned to its magical keepers 15 years ago. They have the run of the place now. If that is no deterrent to you, then by all means. Is that all? I felt sure you would seek to dissuade us from our course, given your role as custodian. Role? Hardly. The Forum foisted the title on me. During the Exodus, every entrance to the Antitower was sealed, save one. That one, right there. My role consists of making sure no one with ill intent sneaks through it. Such was the Forum's final order to me. Well, I can remove the wards right now. Will you be going or not? We will, Master Matoya. We will do whatever it takes to find Minfilia. Oh good, we're going in as summoner. Beautiful. We'll see about that. You, Baldessian girl, you're staying here with me. I need your help to restore the wards to their original state. The rest of you can go, on the condition that you clean up the mess in the tower. If you encounter any unruly familiars, you are to tend to them. Those are my terms, and I'll hear no argument. Yeah, that's fine. Well, it appears the mistress has spoken. Lead the way, Dragonfruit. The Antitower now accessible. Let's go. Oh, I really like this dungeon. Okay. Curious who the NPCs are. Oh, I guess it does just make Thancred the tank. Okay. As always, we're gonna try and group with people. If it doesn't let us in, then, or rather, if we don't get in within 5 minutes, then we'll just do NPCs. That is a 10-minute wait time, so I'm not confident. We're just gonna go on with NPCs, that's fine. Plus, we get the Scions with us. We're not doing random, nameless NPCs anymore. Let's go. Thank you for the pats. Always very good. Oh, and I have, like, something of a damage rotation now? It's beautiful. All the head pats for part. It's true. I deserve all of them. Game is louder than me. Thank you for letting me know. Not all capes wear heroes. This is true. Okay, I think we have one more trash pack and then we're at the first boss. Famous Reddit story about the guy called Wayne Bruce. The guy went up to him, it is you, man, bat. Oh, but very possible that it never happened, but it's still funny. I mean, I feel like that's true for a lot of internet stories.
Yeah.
Y'shtola, why was your voice line randomly, like, so much louder than everything? It's very important that we hear this cat girl go, yeah. Alrighty, Zurorogo time. You like cat girl? Cat girls are good. Must be said. I'm a fan. No water bomb, thank you.
Away with you!
I am trying to remember what those do. Okay, they just explode. Got it. That's easy enough.
Away with you!
You bought a green sunflower collar with sunflower pin and pride heart pin. Oh, nice. Green and sunflowers hidden disability. Oh, I didn't know that actually.
Away with you!
Nope, no fire toad actually. Out of here with that. He'll post it on Twitter later when it arrives. Oh, cool. Said it arrives today. Nice, nice. It was cheap.
Yeah.
Look. Important thing sometimes. Travanian thigh boots. I have to remember what those look like. Oh, they're not bad, actually. Be a decent land piece. His web market is very reputable. That's always good. We travel down the up staircase. So it's totally okay. If you don't like it, you can just send it back, no hassle. Nice, nice. We're in the cool shit now. Sometimes you can just drop it off at any one of their stores, which is in walking distance of your house, and that's that. That's pretty nice. Oh, ad starting in about a minute, chat, just so y'all are aware. Hello, Spriggan. Oh, right, you gotta kill the doorkeeper first. That's the important part. I know how to play this video game, I promise.
Away with you!
You bought thigh highs there too? Oh, nice. It's kind of an interesting choice. Look, it'd be like that sometimes. Confidence is the important part. That's 90% of any fashion decision. Massive Marolith. I love this dungeon so much. It's much easier to make fashion decisions now that you're out. Yeah, that's fair. Do I feel like wearing something? Yes, then I do. That's how it be.
Focus. Release!
Okay, I think we got one more doorkeeper and then... Yep, then a second boss time. Hello, Spriggan doorkeeper. Kinda still have violence against LGBT here, so...
Release! Away with you!
Yeah. I mean, do what you gotta to keep yourself safe, so... Can't quite do whatever you want for everyone, unfortunately. That is the unfortunate reality of a lot of places. Much as we wish it was otherwise. boss time. It's time for Ziggy. We do love Ziggy. Okay, that's just a raid wipe. Talking to Ramya and another tab about making a YouTuber trending. Your ultimate goal as a VTuber. Nice, nice. No jittering, Claire. Get that out of here. Oh man, you're not even gonna make me do the mechanic game? Fine. People are gonna make me do it. Why am I fighting a crystal? So we're not fighting a crystal, we're fighting the little guy riding on top of the crystal. See him up there? He's just chilling up there. I don't know if they changed this fight at all. It's been a hot second since I've done this dungeon. I feel like there were ads that we had to kill at some point, but I could completely be wrong. One second. Okay, we're good. Alrighty. Tancred, please do your job as tank. Thank you. Depending on how quickly we get through 3.2, we might do a run of the new
Away with you!
just for funsies. Because I have so many routes that I still need to go through in there. We'll see how it goes. Almost there. Like this! Now we get to fight a decidedly slightly creepy boss. Can't get the Dravanian Bracelet of Healing? Well, let me fix that real quick. Oh no, the chest disappeared. I am a fool. That's a thing that I did not realize would happen instantly. Tancred, I would like fewer things attacking me, please. Thank you.
Away with you!
Okay, I think we have like one or two big trash packs left, and then we are done. keep forgetting I don't have Rune 4 yet. Gotta stretch out my rotation a little bit.
Yeah.
Try this!
Okay. One more set of wind-ups after this, and then the Centaurs. And then we might actually be done with Trash. Okay, they all spawn at once. Good. That makes my life a little easier. Or it would if my tank would actually pick things up. There we go.
I have my pride.
You sure do, Alpino. I'm not gonna waste Dreadworm Trance on the last pull of the goddamn dungeon. Okay. Straight to the boss now. Hope y'all like dolls. We are Calcabrina. Adorable dolls. Terrible dolls. Alrighty. Time to break some toys. Only room for one doll here, thank you.
Away with you!
The dolls begin to gather. Oh my god, really? Rude.
Away with you!
Did not fully parse how that mechanic works. We're fine. Dollhouse. Oh, right. I get up to a limit break 2 in this fight. That's unfortunate. Nope. Not about that life.
Away with you! Away with you!
Is it even worth it to use a limit break now? Probably not. Yeah. We good. Hey, we did it. Anti-tower done. Normal death animation. Duty complete. Let's go. Curious if we're gonna get either of the dolls to drop here. Nope. Just the maiming coat. Also not bad, honestly. The Dravania set's pretty good. I have strong opinions about Final Fantasy XIV fashion. Thingy arrived. Oh, congratulations!
Hear, feel, think.
Hello, Heidelin. It's Mother Crystal time. Let's go.
And space hast thou journeyed unto me, as I knew thou wouldst. We are the word of the Mother. We, who were once called Minfilia.
Yep.
Much time hath passed for thee since the bloody banquet, since I hearkened to her word. Mother, Heidelin guided me towards Y'shtola and Thancred, that I might be swept up in their flow and delivered unto the ethereal sea. There, adrift and alone, her voice silent once more, I prayed for those we had lost, for those we can yet save. To her I would make an offering. We speak now with one voice, one will, one word. Unto thee we bequeath the most precious of gifts, the truth which lieth at the heart of this world.
Do tell.
Thus do we beseech thee once more. Hear, feel, think.
I'm good at all those things. Don't you worry, Heidelin.
Before there was life, in the depths of the ethereal sea, light and dark did once dwell as one. But the darkness coveted power, and the balance was broken. Thus was I forced to banish him unto the distant heavens, to forever remain apart, a moon bound.
Oh,
In sundering the star did
this is
we
where we
cry
learn about
out,
Zodiark and the Moon.
and the barriers
Awesome.
twixt planes chanced to falter. Across 10 and 3 were we then divided, reflections of the source, each possessed of a shard. Zodiac longeth to be made whole. For his restoration, for his resurrection, his servants labor without cease. They seek to tear down the barriers which surround
Dragonfruit looks
the
so
source.
bored. Girly, you're learning important information about the world.
Thus do they rejoice in their ardor, in your calamities, for each marks a rejoining. Seven times have they succeeded. 7 times hath the darkness grown stronger. 7 times have I failed. The Ascians cannot be suffered to continue. This is my final.
Girly, you good? Oh. That seems not ideal.
The crystal's power is all but spent. With what remains, I will return you to the shore of the ethereal sea.
Thanks, Minfilia.
Blessed children, go forth and seek. Seek.
Seek, seek lest. Oh. Forgot that Minfilia straight up shatters. Hey.
You've had another vision, haven't you?
So bad news, guys. Don't think Minfilia's coming back.
Let us return to Master Matoya's cave. Everyone will wish to hear what you saw.
We're back.
Still in one piece, are we?
Yeah.
Well, did you learn anything?
We sure did.
The word of the mother? I'm not sure I understand.
Nor am I. Cryle?
Yeah, Cryle, you got context for us?
As unbelievable as it sounds, I see no reason to doubt her. The word's tale. No one was more sensitive to the will of Hydaelyn than Minfilia. And if Hydaelyn has grown so weak that she can barely make herself heard, it is not hard to see why Minfilia, having joined with her, might struggle to maintain her own form.
What? Why would she need to maintain her own form? Are you saying she's gone?
Yeah. Sorry, Alfie.
But that cannot be! Not now. Not after all we have accomplished. We were meant to usher in the dawn's light together.
She threw herself on the fire to fuel your dawn's light, boy. You'll just have to usher it in on your own.
Must you be so ungentle?
She's not wrong, y'all.
Tell me about the Scions, boy.
The scions of the Seventh Dawn lay before Eorzea's salvation. Whenever the realm is threatened, be it by Primal, Ascian, Garlean, or any other, we take up arms in her defense, that all in Eorzea may live to see a brighter tomorrow.
And that's very noble of you. But in chasing after these lofty goals of yours, you seem to have lost sight of some basic truths. To win a war, you must be willing to do whatever it takes. To fight, to kill, and if necessary, to die.
Matoya is,
The path
as
you've
always,
chosen
correct.
is paved with the dead. Walk it with your eyes open, or not at all.
I know the truth of which you speak, and have from the first. If the Ascians will go to any length to resurrect their god, then we must needs be as committed to our cause, to unmask them and their schemes, and to crush them both utterly. Come, there is much to be done.
Yes, of course.
Thancred, wait! No. No, this is all wrong.
Oh, buddy. Forgot that this patch's Alfino has a bad day yet again. She's not coming back, is she? She did what she thought was best. I know that, I do. To give all for her beliefs was ever her way. So will we, as we must. What greater calling could there be than to stand against the dark as the defenders of the light? And yet, where does it end? Sacrifice, the loss. This war of ours. I must ask that you not breathe a word of this to any of the others at the Rising Stones, especially Flamine. I will brief Tataru on what we have learned, as well as Urianger. He may have insight into what the word told us. As for you, Dragonfruit, after all you have done, I would say you have earned a rest. Ah, but speaking of well-earned rewards, I received a missive from Sir Emmerich while you were away. It would seem he is planning a ceremony of some sort and would like you to attend. He did not divulge the details, preferring instead to explain in person. Mayhap you should pay him a visit. Sure, we'll go talk to our boy. Definitely has his hands full with the, his boyfriend being a murderous dragon thing. Hello, let me in to see Emmerich, please. Hi, buddy.
A pleasure to see you again, my friend. I take it you received our invitation.
Sure did.
Good, good. You of all people should be present. When the true brothers of the faith seized control of the vault, I feared the worst. Yet in adversity were we blessed with the promise of peace between man and dragon through Vidofnir's timely rescue of an innocent child. Timely, I say, though miraculous or providential might better describe
Oh, right,
the
that was the
event.
thing that happened.
The gods themselves could not have devised a more fitting symbol of hope. Needless to say, we could scarce let such an opportunity pass us by. Which is why I set about making formal arrangements for a peace conference between our peoples.
Always a good idea.
You and yours have done more to bring us together than any, and it is only right that you attend. But I confess that is not the only reason I would be glad to have you there. Given Nidhogg's implacable opposition to the peace, it is possible that he and his followers may attempt to disrupt proceedings, in which event your presence would be a comfort to all in attendance.
Yeah, I can do that.
Pray understand, I have no wish to invite the Worm's ire. But if our fractured nation is to heal, if we are to move forward as a people united, then we must do whatever is necessary to bring about lasting change.
Oh, bud? How's that knife wound?
Tis nothing. Tis nothing.
Great.
Lucia cautioned me against giving vent to my passions, lest my wounds reopen.
Yeah, she's right. Listen to her.
It has not been easy reaching out to our opponents in Ishgard, many of whom sympathized with the actions of the true brothers. But in so doing, we have limited the influence of the Zealots. The people are ready, my friend. This conference must go ahead.
Okay. I gotcha. But also, don't reopen your knife wound. Ad starting in about a minute, chat.
I knew you would understand. The conference will take place on the border of Ishgardian and Dravanian territory in Falcon's Nest. Lucia is there seeing to the final preparations even as we speak. Pray join her at your earliest convenience. 'Twould not do for the guest of honor to arrive late, after all. Oh, and one more thing.
What's up, buddy?
A drink! We should make time for one. Once the conference is concluded, I mean. By my reckoning, 'tis long overdue.
Aw, sure. Okay. Speak with Lucia and Falcon's Nest. Can do. Hi, I'm here to help with the peace conference. The Lord Commander said you would come, Dragonfruit. As you can see, preparations for the conference are proceeding apace. Mark well the curtain above. It conceals a relief that will be unveiled during the conference. The Masons labor day and night to see it finished on schedule. Sir Emmerich wanted a symbol which would endure long after this conference is concluded. I think you will be pleased with the result. 'Twas not my war, but I made it mine. And to see it draw closer to a resolution fills me with a strange hope. His faith is infectious, is it not? His certainty that we can be better than we are. Forgive me, I am rambling. You must be tired from your journey. Go, rest. I will not keep you. Staunch conviction. If you would rather not take a rest, then why not take a walk around Falcon's Nest? Make your presence known to the people and so forth. In addition to those who have come from far and wide to attend this ceremony, you may meet Lords Artoirel and Amanelaine, who have graciously volunteered their services. They should be glad to see you. Now, if you would excuse me, I must needs return to my duties. Hey, Redwald. I am glad to see that the rumors were true. Well met, Mistress Gelato. And fear not, I have no intention of begging your aid with this or that. Everything appears to be in order. My only lingering concern is that one of the convictors might not have been informed of our plans. As I recall, Vidofnir may pass directly over their encampment. The last thing we need is a glory-seeking nobleman attempting to slay a Dravanian ambassador to a peace conference. Is the weather actually clear? Okay, it's cloudy, but it's not actively snowing. We take that in Ishgard. Do you know when everything's set to begin? I wasn't sure how many might come, so I thought it best to come early and find a spot with a great view. When I heard that Sir Emmerich was planning to make a speech, I knew I couldn't miss it. I mean, the man risked his own neck to rescue those hostages. How often do we get heroes like that in this day and age? And he's more than a fighter, too. He's a thinker, he is. He's got plans to better our lives, to change things. And he'll do it by the Fury. Me and my friends and family, we all believe he can do it. Bloody exciting, isn't it? Not just peace with the dragons, but with all them heretics besides. Don't misunderstand. We've all got a healthy fear of being bathed in dragonfire. That being said, the heretics did far more to hinder our efforts here in the past. So hearing that we're close to a reconciliation comes as a great relief. Hi, Artorel. How much has changed since we fought alongside each other in the vault? If you had told me then that we would soon be hosting a peace conference, I would have thought you a naive fool. Yet here we are, preparing to make that fantasy a reality. And here I am, laboring to make it so. Oh. Lord Artorel, if I may. Certainly, First Commander. How may I be of service? Some of the convictors are refusing to stand down. The majority were willing to do so, but a small party have instead pledged to engage any Dravanians bound for Falcon's Nest. Fury take me, they would defy Sir Emmerich's commands? If they dare attack Vidofnir. It will not come to that. But to see that it does not, we must needs hasten to their encampment. They should be far more reluctant to oppose us were a lord of House Fortin present. I understand completely. Let us depart at once. But ere we do, I must ask, would you look after Emmanuel while I'm away? As you know, he has ever been an impulsive, changeable child, but recently he seems to have been suffering from a bout of melancholy. I thought to lift his spirits by having him assist with guard duty, a simple but honorable charge, unlikely to expose him to danger given the presence of so many other knights. Alas, he has taken no interest, and I fear he may abandon his post in my absence. All I ask is that you keep an eye on him until I return, exhausting though that may be. Yeah, I'll watch over your brother, buddy. Thank you, my friend. I promise we will not be long. Alrighty. Let's go talk to the little man. Once more a favor. I'm rather busy at the moment, old girl, guarding this tavern, as it were. Oh, I see now. Artorel thought I might be derelict in my duties, eh? The nerve of my brother to question my dedication. But since you are here, mayhap I can put you to proper use. The wasteland beyond the walls must be kept safe for travelers, yet I have been forbidden from leaving Falcon's Nest. It wouldn't do for our esteemed guests to be devoured by wolves, oh no. Yet that is precisely what will happen if we do not cull the roaming packs. Your map, if I may. Right. There, those are the points our scouts marked for patrol. I'll leave you to it, old girl. Come, Honora, I must return to my rounds. And he's gone. Oh dear. Do be careful, my lady. Time to stand watch for wolves. One of these days I will properly upgrade my gear. Not today, but one of them. What if no wolf, actually? I think no wolf is good. Alrighty, any other wolves? No. Also no. We did it. Watch stood. Mana Lane, we did the thing. Dragonfruit Gelato, Wolf's Bane. It pleases me to inform you that I have completed my rounds and that all is well in Falcon's Nest. Oh, and there was a grizzled fellow looking for you. You know, the one who made that arsonist confess? Clever that. Thancred, was it? He was asking after you. Anyway, once I noticed the garish weapons he was sporting, I deemed it a waste to leave him be. I dispatched him to an area I neglected to mark on your map. Yes, this one. If you hurry, he might still be there. God damn it. All of us are on wolf patrol today. Wait, where's Thancred at? There he is. Fancy meeting you here, Dragonfruit. 'Twas fortunate I came when I did. These two would not have fared well against the wolves on their own. The young lord wasted no time taking advantage of you, did he? And me, I suppose. Let us return to Falcon's Nest then, and see what other thrilling tasks he may have for us. Okay, I'm just gonna warp back there. I cannot be bothered. Truly. What do you got for us, friend? And there they are, a pair of gallant heroes if I ever saw them, comrades in arms reunited at last. By your selfless sacrifice have you guaranteed the safety of our many guests. On behalf of Ishgard, I thank you both. And with that, there is naught left to do but enjoy our well-earned respite. For those we have lost. Oh, and this should of course go without saying, but let's keep those last few favors between us, yes? Artoirel wouldn't understand. Right then. The first floor of those barracks has been converted into a tavern for the duration of the conference. Why don't you go and have something to eat? For once, a suggestion with which I agree. Go on ahead, Dragonfruit. I will join you anon. Oh, instantly into cutscene. Oh, thank you so much for the Hydrate Redeem Rose. Much appreciated.
Welcome, welcome. Find yourself an empty seat and I'll be with you in a moment.
Hello, character that we have never met that has a voice. Surely this is not an ominous portent of anything?
Cold out, isn't it? Here, A mug on the house. Let's get some color back in them cheeks.
Thank you, earnest maid.
Freed food will be a bit longer than usual. We've got a lot of hungry folk to feed, what with the conference and all. Oh, so many people with cause to celebrate. To think there could be peace in our time. After all them years of
Thank you,
fighting.
mug with 8 polygons. Look, we're still in Heavensward.
When I
CBU3
heard
did
about the
not pour all their
conference, I
budget
knew
into the
I had
food
to come.
quite yet.
I knew I had to be here.
The difference between the
Do my
food
bit.
in this expansion and the later expansions is night and day.
My
It's
husband,
ridiculous.
he died fighting the dragons, you see. And here we are, about to break bread with him.
Oh. Well.
You were right, my lord. You look tired. Reckon you could do with a good long rest? After all you've done, I say you're dead.
Game overall is like the peak PS3 look. I mean, it's an MMO, so they have to make sure that it runs on many different systems.
Sleep now. Sleep.
They did announce a graphical overhaul today for the new expansion. We'll see how that goes.
This was never your fight.
Oh yeah, that was a good thing. The PS3 look, you mean? Yeah, gotcha. I do like the aesthetic that they've kept throughout the game, especially once we hit the later expansions and they start doing some real wild stuff with zone design and dungeons. It's very, very good.
My son. They told me he walks in Hallone's halls. Him and the rest of his unit.
They told me the same.
I expect they think it's comforting. Every time I come, I cry. I cannot bear to remember, but to forget would be 1,000 times worse. Yet that is what they would have us do. Accept this truth for the sake of peace. Bury the past and look to the future.
Yes, that's how peace treaties work in war.
But he was my future. My flesh and blood. My heart.
Turns out the cycle of endless revenge is a bad thing.
Is this it? We're the only ones with the courage to oppose this madness? Cowards, a lot of them.
They think only of the prize, of the peace Sir Emmerich promises them. They know in their hearts it's a lie, but they go along with it anyway, desperate fools. But not I. Not I!
Wow,
I see the
you're
worm that killed my
so
brother in my
brave
dreams every
continuing
night,
the war.
And I will not rest until he lies broken at my feet. Him and every last one of his accursed kin.
All this nonsense about Kings of Eld, as if I care what they did or didn't do. Makes no difference to me and mine. Have the dragons sued for peace in 1,000 years? Are they bollocks? It's a bloody ruse is what it is, and Sir Emmerich and the rest of them bloody fallen for it.
But what can we do? They believe, and naught we can say will ever change their minds. Whether we like it or not, man and dragon will come together at Falcon's Nest, and all will be forgiven. Forgiven and forgotten.
Again, That's how peace treaties work.
No. I will not let that happen. They will remember the true face of the enemy. I will show it to them. And we will rise up against them once more.
Seems like a bad idea, girly. But you do you. Hi, Moomin. We have been joined by the boy.
This is no time for napping.
Wow, thanks, Thancred. I was drugged.
Do you have your wits about you? Good. Come with me. We have a crisis on our hands.
Shocking. Oh, it's you.
Hear me, brothers and sisters. Oh, do not be fooled by the honeyed words of the Dravarnians. The peace they promise is but a prelude to slaughter.
Yeah, have you ever spoken with a dragon in your life, girly?
Remember
I have.
your husbands
Several.
and wives never returned from war. Your children torn apart by fang and claw. All your loved ones shown no mercy. Does not your heart cry out for vengeance? Your blood boil at the injustice? Remember the face of your enemy, brothers and sisters. Remember it, and strike back!
Oh no,
You there?
Yep.
Don't just stand around gawping. Do something, man. Stop her.
Hey, Madeleine?
Yes, my lord.
Wrong thing to say. Well, that'll go over well, surely.
See? See here the true nature of the Highborn.
Probably
With
fine.
lies and deception they lead us to our doom. And dare we raise our voices in dissent? Death is our reward. This is the choice they have given us, brothers and sisters. Death by dragon's fang, or death by nobleman's command. Death to all we hold dear.
I mean, important to remember that it was the noble houses that maintained the deception.
Nobleman. You will take no more from me. No more. No more.
Like how the title is still Earnest Maid, right? My guy, don't shoot twice.
What have you done?
Good job, buddy.
I only did as you ordered, my lord.
Good job, buddy.
I gave no such order. I did not. I never meant for anyone to...
Yeah, maybe it's time for you to bounce him, Annalene. She's okay, there was no blood. Yeah, exactly. It's real cold out. She was probably wearing several layers. I dare say that could not have played out any worse, given that the First Commander and Lord Artuerel are not here to take control of the situation. I spoke with a messenger who said that they would be returning shortly, but until they do, naught will be done. Lord Emmanuel has retreated to the barracks and is refusing to speak with anyone. Therefore, it falls to us to ensure that order has been fully restored. Come, let us walk the streets and speak with the people. Hello, the people of Falcon's Nest. How are y'all doing? My wife and I fell while fleeing with the others at first. The chirurgeons tended to our bruises afterwards. Those mad fools have ruined everything, and for what? You know, good question. Why do Wish Guardians do anything? They were wrong to resort to violence, but when I heard her speak, her words were as a dagger in my heart. Who are we to decide that enough is enough, that their calls for justice can never be answered? Will this be the end of it, or will there be others like them and the true brothers? I do not want to bear steel against my kinsmen ever again. I do not know if I even can. You there, spirited stonecutter, what do you have to say? I'd heard the rumors that the young lord was a drunken fool. What imbecile thought it would be a good idea to let him have the run of Falcon's Nest? Well, I say him and Sir Emmerich take their bloody change and shove it up their arses. I'll not be taken in by that rod again. Hey, Thancred. So the mood around town is, dour. Well, what say you? So the violence has passed, but the people are far from recovered. That is to be expected. For the moment, it appears that no innocents were harmed by the guards. The blame for all casualties can be placed squarely upon the protesters. Nevertheless, the people will not soon forget the image of a young lordling ordering the public execution of an unarmed protester, one whose words resonated with the hearts of many. After all, who among us has not lost loved ones? Consequences! Lord Artorel and the First Commander should have returned by now. To the tavern, then. Their first order of business will be to speak with Lord Amanelaine, and I somehow doubt that he has moved in Ilm since last we saw him. Yeah, that boy's probably moping. Hi, Lucia. Hey, Artorel, your brother sucks. My apologies, Dragonfruit. I bear full responsibility for this debacle. There will be time for that later. I, for one, am more concerned about picking up the pieces. What do we know? According to initial reports, the protest was orchestrated by the young woman whom Lord Amanelaine ordered shot. She and her conspirators infiltrated Falcon's Nest, posing as servants and guests. Several were taken alive. Others resisted and were struck down. Still others took their own lives. Our forces suffered casualties as well, but by the grace of the Fury, no civilians were seriously injured. Still more remarkably, the ringleader yet lives, for the time being at least. The chirurgeons are doing what they can for her, but she may not live through the night. Given their impeccable timing, it is like that the convictors who drew us away from the hamlet were in league with the protesters. Accordingly, we have detained them for questioning. I'll be sworn that these villains spent as much effort plotting the failure of this peace conference as we did its success. Well, if the mood of the hamlet is any indication, theirs have been the more fruitful labors. In the wake of the protest, the people seem disillusioned. You spoke with them, then? I see. Sir Emmerich placed his trust in me. It will be difficult to explain what has happened here. Remember how far we have come, First Commander. The people's faith may be shaken, but we convinced them before and will do so again. If we can but find a means to remind them, to show them once more the promise that change holds for all, then this tragedy too shall pass into the past. We must pray that you are right. Nevertheless, for the time being, I have no choice but to suspend the peace conference, pending Sir Emmerich's final decision. Under the circumstances, I cannot leave Falcon's Nest. Dragonfruit, will you deliver my report to the Lord Commander in my stead? Get up, Amanelaine. You're going with her. Go on without me. I was not asking. You will answer for your actions, in person. Is that clear? Yes, my lord. Come, Honora. Your manservant is not here. In fact, I have not seen him for some time. Honora? I could have sworn he was... Always a good sign. Especially with the anti-noble sentiment. Hey buddy, where are you at? Where is that boy? Don't mind me straight up forgetting where this man is. Okay, he's up. Got that much. I feel like I have vague memories of this side quest and how awful it was to try and hunt down this poor dude. Oh. There he is. Also, ad starting in about a minute, chat, just so y'all are aware.
Honora!
It's okay, don't worry. He's alive.
No, no. What have they done to you? Honora! Honora!
Is that you, my lord? You seem rather flustered.
Because of you, you imbecile! What in the seven hells happened to you?
My apologies. Some few of the guests expressed a wish to leave, and I implored them to stay.
Well, you see, anti-noble sentiment is high in this town right now. Shockingly.
Oh, gods forgive me. If I had only been more careful with my words.
Do not blame yourself, my lord. I know that you and your brother have Ishgard's best interests at heart. That poor woman. She lives in the past, clinging to the memories of the lost. But the future holds so much promise, so much joy. And you know that better than any.
Honora?
Don't worry, your fancy lad is fine.
Calm yourself. The boy will live. But it's imperative we get him inside and into the care of a Chirurgeon without delay.
Oh, we were so close! Why does it all have to fall to pieces?
Good question, Amanelaine.
Don't they want to live in peace? Don't they want to be happy? We all want the same thing! And still it falls to pieces! Tell me, what was I supposed to do? Someone, anyone, tell me, what was I supposed to do?
Not have her killed? Yes! Get his ass! Wish the game would let me slap that boy.
Stop looking to others. You make your choice and you live with the consequences.
Now can we hit him, Thancred?
Consequences. You who always know just what to say and just what to do. Your every deed is greeted with a round of applause.
Oh, buddy. Not the thing to say to Thancred today.
You know nothing about me. I have fought tooth and nail for the people I hold dear. Done everything in my power to save them. And I have failed. Learn to live with it. I have.
Still think that we should have been able to slap him, but you know. Thancred can have this one today. Hey buddy, how you doing? I may have overreacted, but it needed to be done. He was becoming hysterical. I understand the desire to look for reasons, for excuses, to convince yourself you had no choice. But the past is the past, and there is naught to be gained from reliving your mistakes. I know this. I know this, but he... Choices. I have no desire to wait for the lordling to emerge from his puddle of self-pity. We have important matters to attend to in Ishgard. We sure do. Time to go talk to Emmerich. And let him know that things have gone a little sideways. Hello, we're here to talk to Emmerich again. Oh, good. Edmund's here. Word of the demonstration and its resolution outstripped you, Dragonfruit. Every man, woman, and child of Ishgard has heard the tale. 'Tis rumored that my youngest's lack of judgment was to blame. Of course, such stories are prone to exaggeration. What exactly came to pass? Well, bad news on that front. I see. So that is the truth of it. Regardless of his intent, the result is undeniable. He has furthered the cause of those misguided few who cannot let go of the past. In an instant, the delicate peace we were poised to forge is once more beyond us. To dwell so deeply on the war and the vengeance it begets, only for that too to be taken away, is it any wonder that they were left bereft? For what was this sacrifice? Have we naught to show for our suffering? I thought peace was a sufficient salve, but mayhap I was mistaken. We are warriors, Lord Edmund, and ours is a nation built on centuries of warfare. Right or wrong, this is who we are, and we deny it at our peril. To hold on to the past without being beholden to it. Aye, we must needs find a way to honor the sacrifice of our forefathers without glorying in their excesses. A difficult path, to be sure. We dare not deny the scars which mar our nation's soul, lest we spur other disillusioned souls to retrace them. But as you say, we dare not revel in past glories either, for they are tainted all. A clear, unambiguous enemy, and an undeniably righteous cause. 'Tis a bitter reflection, but lies though they were, they did long serve to unite us. No truth will ever serve us well, I fear. Yet, we are not without options. At our last meeting, a proposal was tabled by the other members of the Eorzean Alliance for joint military exercises, to strengthen the ties between our nations and test our readiness to meet with a common threat. I had thought to delay these exercises until after the peace conference, but mayhap a grand melee would be just the thing to lift our beleaguered spirits. Better still, an occasion for the Temple Knights and the Watch to take the field as allies. A unified Ishgardian force filled with men and women from all walks of life, which would stand against a coalition of the allied nations' finest. Hosted by Ishgard in the shadow of the Gates of Judgment, a victory under such circumstances would serve as a reaffirmation, nay, a declaration to all and sundry that we are as strong and united as ever. Such a victory would do much to fan the flames of patriotism, it is true, but if we should be defeated, though even to hold our own against the cream of three nations might be presented as a triumph. Very well. You may count on my support for what little it is worth. However, I have a request. I would have my son Emmanuel take part in the grand melee. By his deeds has he brought shame upon Ishgard, and so by his deeds I would have him bring our nation honor. As you wish, my lord. If that is his desire, then it shall be so. Now then, we have no time to lose. Dragonfruit, would you be so kind as to deliver my instructions to Lucia? I shall write to the Alliance leaders at once and begin making arrangements for the grand melee. Should you chance to see my son, pray inform him of his duty. If he has not already returned, he will soon enough, making every effort to avoid me. Don't you worry, I will track that boy down. I owe him a punch. So that is their solution. A grand melee to unite the people. And what part would they have you play in this affair, I wonder? You, whom they have taken into their confidence, upon whom they have come so heavily to rely. And will you oblige them when the proposition is made? Will you stand for Ishgard once more? I will stand for my friends and comrades, not a nation. A poor choice of words. For friends tried and true, then. The living and the lost. So, for this grand melee of his, Sir Emmerich wishes to field a force comprising both his Temple Knights and Hilda's Watch, yes? I can only imagine what she will have to say about that. In fact, curiosity compels me to go and see for myself. Hi, Alicia. We're gonna have a big ol' brawl. Well met, Dragonfruit. Have you spoken with Sir Emmerich? I was aware of the Alliance's request. So, Sir Emmerich would turn these exercises into a spectacle for the masses. It is not that I doubt the efficacy of such a plan. Indeed, I know its effectiveness only too well, having witnessed it firsthand. Nevertheless, he has not once given me reason to doubt his intentions, and these are desperate times indeed. I will select knights for the event forthwith. As for the Watch... Or did he now? How considerate of Master Thancred to seek out our young Watch Commander of his own volition. Alas, he acted prematurely. Pray deliver this list of Watch candidates to Hilda. I would have her best men, not her most dispensable. Okay, she's not gonna like it. Okay. Hilda, can you spare some guys for the tournament? Thancred's been telling me all about Sir Emmerich's grand soiree. Seems we're expected to join in. It's nice of him to invite us and all, but I hope he knows what he's doing. Because we ain't dressed to dance with professional bleeding soldiers. Letter to Hilda. Correspondence from Lucia, addressed to Hilda. Well, well. Seems the first commander's gone and handpicked her guests. Can't say I disagree with her choices, though. She's got a good eye. Will you be fighting too? Reckon it'd inspire the lads if you were. Might take their minds off getting their hides tanned and all. Think about it, eh? I hate to ask, but you haven't seen our favorite lordling, have you? I thought not. On the assumption that he is not to be found in his father's loving embrace, I suggest we split up and look for him. I will search Foundation, and you the pillars. And Manolane. Swear to God, kid. Oh, did somebody come to the mall to mope? Because I mean, fair. Good place to mope. I carried Honorwa to the manor. Our best Carosians are tending to him as we speak. He has yet to wake, but surely he will. So Father has volunteered me for this grand melee of theirs. My beloved family, always making my decisions for me. Child? No, it's not like that, it's just... Oh, you wouldn't understand. How could you? You are free to be the woman you want to be, whereas I... Oh, buddy. This is not a conversation you want to have with the Warrior of Light. I am a son of House Fulton, don't you see? My future was determined before I was born. What I could and could not do. Right or wrong, that was the way of it. Until the old order began to crumble. Now we wander amidst the rubble, searching for a purpose, for a place. All around me, brave men and women rise to the occasion. With faith and conviction, they dedicate themselves to their causes. But not I. I was terrified of making the wrong choice, which is why I let better men make them for me. Do this, do that, take this duty, guard this conference. I suppose I had convinced myself I was above it, until your friend showed me otherwise. When I saw Honorwa, I wanted to scream. I wanted someone to blame, but in the end there was only me. Only me. So you see, I cannot meekly bow my head and accept Father's command. Such cowardice is what brought me to this point. I will go to Sir Emmerich and I will make my own decision. Yeah, is that decision gonna be to fight in the melee? 'Cause... otherwise seems kind of empty. Let me in. I want to see this.
Lord Commander, if I may, I wish to speak with you before the Grand Melee.
Make the right decision,
Proceed.
buddy.
How do you do it, my lord?
How do you lead with such certainty, when so many of our countrymen will not hear of peace with the Dravanians?
Some of them hate you almost as much as the dragons themselves. They decry you as a patricide in the streets. They even tried to kill you, for God's sakes. Yet still you march on, undaunted, where no archbishop dared to tread. What is your secret? Where do you find the strength?
For centuries, our nation has been punished for the sins of our forefathers. If our punishment is to end, I believe we must right the wrongs of antiquity and move forward as a nation united. Needless to say, my father did not share this opinion.
Yeah, your father kind of sucked.
He did not believe the people strong enough to bring about their own deliverance, trusting only in himself. Tyranny seemed to him the only solution. But I have faith in the people, Lord Amanalain. I have faith that they will weather this storm and overcome every trial we set before them. Many have fought and died to see this blight upon our nation's history cleansed, and I would not let their sacrifices be in vain. Though we invite reprisals, the risk is worth the reward.
I want to believe. I do. Lord Commander, through my careless orders, a pall has been cast over these proceedings, and I beg the opportunity to make amends.
Yeah, join the melee, buddy.
I, Amanalain de Forton, do hereby request leave to take part in the Grand Melee.
There we go.
Who am I to deny such a heartfelt plea? We would be honored to have you join the fray, my lord.
You will take charge of the Ishgardian forces.
For all my other responsibilities, I am still Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, and I would not soon yield this duty to another.
The esteemed Sir Emeric leading the Temple Knights and the Watch into battle along with my youngest. I could wish for no more.
Then you wish for too little, my lord. There is another who might yet join the fray. An indispensable ally to whom we owe much and more.
Yes, I will participate in your little fight. Don't you worry. I won't even break kayfabe.
An adventurer beholden to none who nevertheless chose to champion our cause, who has shared in our suffering and in our glory. A warrior without equal, who I am privileged to call a friend. There is no one I would rather have fighting by my side. I ask this in full knowledge of your obligations, and will not think less of you should you refuse. But if your conscience will allow it, might you oblige me, my friend? One more time.
Sure. I can do that. Let's do it.
Together we shall give the people a spectacle for the ages, a celebration to mark the dawning of a new era.
Gods help me, I think it might be love. I dare say it might be cheating, too. Your mere presence is enough to turn the tide of most battles. And did you see the way his eyes lit up when you nodded? 'Twas a look of boundless relief and joy. One would think a politician more practiced at concealing his emotion. Still, his honesty does him credit. For a moment I was fair inspired to pledge myself to the cause. But that would be improper. This is their fight, and yours, but not mine. A spectacle for the ages. Sir Emeric informs me that the Alliance leaders have agreed to his proposal. The Grand Melee will be held here, in the shadow of the Gates of Judgment and in sight of the capital. An announcement has been made, and allied forces are currently en route. The eyes of Ishgard are upon us, Dragonfruit. We must not fail. A rare opportunity to see you pit yourself against allied forces, outside of Cartno, perhaps. I would not miss this for the world. A nice front lines reference, buddy. Not that I've done those in a hot second. I don't even think I have my PvP bars set up for Summoner. Alrighty, Madeline, you ready to fight? There she is. When you didn't appear, I began to question... nothing. Never mind. To think that we are mere moments away from facing the cream of Eorzea's soldiery in battle. That I am mere... But what if... Oh, what am I saying? I have to stop imagining the worst. I must think of the victory, of the glory, of the stories I will tell Honorwa when he awakes. I'm ready, old girl. Are you? Yeah? By the Fury, how could I forget? Father bid me present this to you. I know it is sudden, but we believe the men would find it inspiring if you bore the colors of House Forton to battle. Pray do us this honor. During the Grand Melee, some of your gear will be glamored. Your attributes and abilities will be unaffected. Oh no, they're gonna make me ugly! Damn, Bulldog got the drip. Where am I? Show me my outfit. Oh, it's bad. No, not the chainmail. Horrible. Give me my good fashion back, damn it.
Let all here present heed well the rules
Rose.
of engagement.
I'm a caster, I don't need all this. The Grand Melee is a large-scale battle in which an allied company of Ul'dan, Gridanian, and Leminson forces will be pitted against a company of Ishgardian forces. When a combatant is incapacitated, the opposing company will be awarded tactical points. I love playing an RTS. The first company to attain the designated tactical rating of 100 points is declared the victor. During the Grand Melee, officiants may mark certain combatants with the Fury's gaze, which will be indicated by an ethereal tether linking them to their company's flag. While defeating most combatants will award your company 1 tactical point, defeating marked combatants will award you 10 points. Marked combatants also possess enhanced attributes, rendering them more powerful and more difficult to defeat. Defending and defeating these combatants is the key to victory. I got it.
For the honor and the glory of Ishgard.
I'm just here because I like helping. Oh man, Merweb's not fighting? But I want to fight her.
All is ready then. Very well. Brave men and women of the Eorzean Alliance, let the Grand Melee begin!
Let's do it. Time to fight. That girl looks like she's from a different game. Nanamo has unique fashion. This is very true. Kick off.
guard!
You, tethered boy. Get gone.
Is that all you've got?
Perish. Tethers. Another tethered soldier to fight. Also, why did Pippin get killed with gold? Who did this?
Here!
Right there!
I know we've got a 1v1 with Brabant soon. Come on, game. Oh, now they give us tethers again. It's time for you to perish, friend. Let's go! Also, ad starting soon. I'm so sorry, chat. Cyclops, Cyclops, everyone on your guard. All forces, fall back. Nah, we good. Yeah, Thancred's got this. Continue the melee. I will deal with him. Daft sod. You heard the man. Back to it. All forces, form a line on Dragonfruit. Now! Let's go! Time to fight our boy! Yes! God, I love Raban so much. Captain, I will not lie, I was hoping it would come to this. So then, shall we dance? Damn it all. Don't you worry, Emmerich, I got this. None of this. Don't you worry, I'm not planning to lose a mana lane. All right. None of this. Hell yes. We won, everyone. Now give me my good clothes back, please.
Did she win? Then we...
Yeah, buddy, we won.
Victory is ours! Ishgard! Ishgard! Well fought! Well fought, my friend! You truly are the warrior of warriors.
Thank the Fury you were on our side.
Look, you guys needed a W. Good job, Amandalane. You're slightly less terrible of a human now.
Oh, my lungs are burning, and I can barely stand. I didn't think I could do it, but then I did. We did. We faced the Alliance's best, and together, with one heart, with one purpose, we prevailed. After 1,000 years of hardship, of strife and bloodshed, we are strong enough to rise to any challenge, be it on the battlefield or beyond. The future holds so much promise, so much joy. We need only show them the way.
Truly magnificent display, Sir Knight. While doubtless less than pleased, I am quite sure the Grand Companies are honored to have been bested by such valiant warriors.
The honor was ours, Your Grace.
I am pleased to see that Ishgard's proud martial tradition is being upheld. When the time comes, I trust you will fight alongside your brothers and sisters in the Eorzean Alliance with the same fervor you displayed in opposing them.
That is the hope, yes.
I note that our friend elected to take the field in Ishgardian colors.
Not by choice. I had a cute outfit. They made me put it away.
At my behest, Your Grace. If we have given offense, the blame lies with me.
Fear not, Sir Knight. It was a surprise, nothing more. And any hint of ill feeling was thoroughly dispelled by the spectacle of our mutual friend's duel with General Raubarn. On the subject of surprises, I could not help but marvel at the passion and unity of purpose displayed by your countrymen, given the troubling reports we have received of late.
I shall take that as a compliment, Your Grace. The events to which you allude are the price of change. The end of the Dragonsong War marks the beginning of a new era for our nation, and for the people, high and lowborn alike, who will lead her into the future.
Ah, yes. The people. Change is indeed a perilous thing, for we who seek it, and they who fear it. I shall pray for Ishgard, and for you.
Yeah, Nanamo's got first-hand experience with the tumult of change. Turns out capitalists don't like it when you try and take their power away.
Well, that made for a refreshing change. Congratulations on your victory, by the way. Ishgardians certainly seem happy with themselves. I, for my part, am merely glad you did not strain anything in the process of single-handedly winning the battle for them.
That's how I do. Yeah, how'd your Cyclops battle go, buddy?
Tis but a scratch, I assure you, and I will not suffer you to worry over me. Not when we have a dozen far more important concerns. Make that 2 dozen. Still, as Y'shtola never tires of telling me, we can but face them head-on, one at a time. One day at a time. As Minfilia would have done.
I think we are almost to the end of this patch. If I am remembering correctly. Hi, Roban. Fowl's balls, I'd forgotten what it was like to feel so alive. Not since leaving the Blood Sands have I had the privilege. Not since the Bull of Alamigo hung up his swords. Back then, the outcome might have been different. But I do not begrudge you your victory. I know how far you have come, how much you have endured. Our fight only confirmed it. We shall have to do this again one day when time allows. I shall look forward to it. Now go. Go to the Ishgardians and celebrate your victory. You have earned it. Come, Pippin. Her Grace is expecting us. Lead on, Father. Hi, Thancred. Said your goodbyes? In all the years I've known Raban, I cannot recall ever seeing him look so happy in defeat. Well, everything seems to be falling into place, does it not? The Ishgardians have claimed their symbolic victory, and the Eorzean alliance has been strengthened in the process. Be proud, Dragonfruit. You made this happen. You have learned the emote victory. I already had it, don't worry. For those we can yet save. We have done it. Nay, you have done it. You have brought us the victory we so desperately needed. There is naught left but to return to the capital. Come, let us see what reception awaits us. Yeah, hopefully it's good and you don't get knifed in the streets again. That would be a plus. Bye, Hilda. And then she walked out of the main story, never to be seen again.
Honor well, my boy. Shouldn't you be in bed?
Thank you for your concern, my lord. But I have largely recovered from my ordeal, and I have naught but several scars to show for it, which I have been told some women may find appealing.
Child, why did you have to say it like that?
And to think I was worried sick over you.
I'm not sure I understand, my lord.
Well, let's put that theory to the proof, shall we?
My lord?
'Twould seem that a great many things have occurred in my absence. I thought I might begin to make amends by welcoming you in person.
Hi, Alfino. Did you get over
the
your
messengers
little
spared not
depression
their
spell?
chocobos to bring us word of your victory in the grand melee. I cannot well describe our elation when we heard the news. It called to mind the day we rejoined the Eorzean alliance, and I glimpsed hope rekindled in the eyes of the people.
The Fury herself ushers us into a new era. Sir Emmerich, the time is now.
Yes, take two on the peace conference.
That it is. Reconvene the conference and summon Vidofnir to Falcon's Nest. We will make peace with Hraesvelga's brood and hasten this bloody war to its end.
Yes, Lord Commander.
I will send word to Artoirel and bid him resume preparations. Emmanuel, you will place yourself at your brother's disposal. He will be glad of your assistance.
Maybe don't have any civilian shot this time. Just a suggestion.
No stopping it now, is there? We should inform Y'shtola and the others.
My dear friend, I doubt I will ever be able to thank you enough. But when the conference is successfully concluded, I damn well mean to try.
Yeah? Do tell, Emmerich. They say you dueled General Raban within a ring of flames. I did not think the man so ostentatious. Would that I could have seen it. After we parted ways in Matoya's cave, I returned here to speak with Tataru. We agreed to tell the others only that our search for Minfilia had reached an impasse. I subsequently learned that you had left for Falcon's Nest, but I thought it best to keep to myself for a time. I am wont to rely on you overmuch when we are together, and I needed to think, to reflect. I still do, I suspect, but matters here seem to be coming to a head. In short, there are some things I feel I must say, though nothing so urgent that it cannot wait until after the conference. So let us make for Falcon's Nest and see if Lord Artoirel has need of our assistance. Can do. Surely this time nothing bad will happen. Well met, Mistress Gelato, and thank you for looking after my brother. They say he fought bravely, that he did not dishonor his house. But you, my lady, to you we owe everything. As you can see, we have made every effort to strike while the iron is hot. We made our intentions known, and that all would be welcome to attend. And so they came. By the grace of the Fury, they came. The ceremony will not be a lengthy affair, but there is still much to be done. I would speak with you more, but I must see to my duties. As for you and Master Alfino, you will do naught but enjoy yourselves, is that clear? If any dare beg your assistance again, I will have words. Well, there you have it. We've been forbidden from meddling. Shall we wait, or have you other matters to attend to before the ceremony begins? Excellent. I only hope Thancred and the others will not be late. Epochal events do not come around very often. Oh boy. Time for a peace conference with the dragons.
The appointed hour approaches.
Aye.
You got this, buddy. Oh. She's here.
She begged leave to watch the proceedings. I saw no reason not to grant it.
Should I choose to deviate from my prepared remarks, I ask that you trust in my judgment.
Have I ever done otherwise?
Yeah, Lucia's got your back. Don't you worry, buddy. Vidofnir! My girly! Love that beast.
The White Dragon!
Ah, how long it hath been since our peoples met thus, children of Thordan, even by our reckoning.
Vidofnir, daughter of Hraesvelga, we give thanks for your visit, and bid you welcome to Falcon's Nest.
Our sire bade us hearken unto the whispers of our hearts. They spoke to us of a paradise lost, of bonds of brotherhood which they yearned to see restored.
Ours too yearn for such a restoration, and they have guided us here this day, that they might yearn no longer. Brothers and sisters, ye who stand as witness, hearken to me. Since the days of Eld, when the bonds betwixt man and dragon were sundered by our hand, our peoples have known only war. Bloodshed without end, losses beyond counting, and still we fought. And still we fought. Some wounds do not heal. The dead cannot be returned to us. But we, the living, can yet choose another course. Here and now.
I'm still alert.
We can lay down this
I appreciate
burden,
it,
this
Epsa. Save
hatred,
points for
this
yacht time.
vengeance.
Oh, good. I will say that we will be
Our
ending
forebears
in
fought
like
not
one
so
or
that
two
we could
quests,
die,
so
but that we might live. So let us honor their sacrifice and spare our children this death sentence.
gotta save
Let
up.
us gift them a new legacy. Life.
Betwixt our peoples yawneth a divide deeper than the deepest abyss, wider than the widest sea. Generations will live and die ere this divide is bridged. Knowing this, doth thy heart yet yearn for peace, son of Thordan?
Look now on the legacy we would leave to our children. A dream of peace, inscribed in stone for generations to come.
Emmeric's a good guy.
Father and his beloved, as they were so long ago, happy and at peace.
Praise Svelgar and Saint Shiva.
The dream they shared shall be ours once more.
Oh. It's time for bad things to happen. Hi, Estinian. How you doing? Ooh.
Your bow!
You were looking away when they said that. What did they say? Welcome, peeps. Hello. Estinian said never. Emmerich said your bow, because he was asking for a weapon. And Estinian is acting super normal.
Child of Dravania, art thou grown so forgetful that thou wouldst forsake kith and kin and consort with the spawn of Thordan? That thou wouldst dare contemplate peace? Hearken unto me, all of you! The final chorus is nigh.
Okay, Phew, that never sounded a little different with his accent.
All
Oh
will
no.
bathe in the flames of retribution.
Estinian, go take a bath and eat a Snickers.
Till the coming of that day, look you on your sins and despair, for none shall escape my wrath. None shall escape my revenge.
7 hells.
It's a peace conference, buddy. Read the room. Or do that. You can also turn into a giant dragon. Nidhogg 2.
Nidhogg.
He's just a little grumpy.
Thralls, take that worm! While he lives, we'll never know peace.
Disillusioned lord.
Aye! There'll be no end to this war till Nidhogg is dead and gone!
Thank you, Karina Reeves.
So let's kill the bastard and be done with it. Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg!
So the peace conference is going well.
Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg!
I'm feeling
Death
real
to
disillusioned
Nidhogg!
right now.
Death to Nidhogg! Death to
Nidhogg!
Nidhogg!
Death to Nidhogg!
What was that, Emmerich? Didn't quite catch that. Also ad starting in about a minute, chat, just so y'all are aware. There they go, the last of the guests. Having come hither with hope in their hearts, they depart with hatred and bloodlust. Until the moment I saw him strike, I still held some hope that what you had seen in Azizla was an illusion, perhaps? But he acted without hesitation, as did Sir Emmerich. For a mercy, Vidofnir's wound was not mortal, or so Lucia tells me. The dragon was spirited away to Annex Shrine to receive care from her brethren. We can but hope her recovery is swift. But such was surely Nidhogg's intent. To deliver a proclamation not only to the children of Thordan, but to his kindred. War is coming, and ye who do not stand with us stand apart. She was an example, a message to her brood. Another instrument of his vengeance, like Estinian. Alrighty, last quest of the patch. Causes and costs. When I said I wished to speak with you after the conference, I confess I envisaged rather happier circumstances. If anything, however, this latest tragedy makes the need more pressing. There are things I must say. Not to the Warrior of Light, or even my fellow Scion, but to you, Dragonfruit, my friend. But not here, no. Ah, but of course, the Intercessory in Camp Dragonhead is still open to us. Let us go there. Really? You want to go back to Camp Dragonhead? Okay. You know what? We'll go along with this, Alfino. Hi, let me in. I have to speak to my twink. I'm his emotional support lesbian.
Forgive me. That took longer than expected.
All you got is hot chocolate.
You seem puzzled. Oh, these. I thought something warming might not go amiss. It was not all that long ago that we sat here, you and I. In our very own falling snows, as Lord Horshvon called it. I still
yes,
struggle
the
to believe
verbing
he is gone.
nouns.
And Azelle too. I had such hopes for her.
Thank you for the Hydrate Redeem peeps. Much appreciated.
Master Matoya asked me what it was all for. Why we fight. And why we die. Were I still commander of the Braves, I would doubtless have replied, for the future of Eorzea. But I'm not that man. Not anymore.
You're also
I
not
needed
yet a
new
man. You're like
answer.
17.
One that I could live with. And when I saw Estinian at the ceremony, I knew at last what it was. I do not want to be a man who sacrifices his friends and family for a cause. I want to fight for Estinian, and I want to save him. When Nidhogg leads the Horde into battle, Ser Emeric and his forces will do what they believe must be done. That is their choice to make. Yet even if Ser Emeric is willing to forsake Estinian, I am not.
I can fix him. Oh,
we must fight for him.
Alfino's got a lot
For
to
he
learn.
is our friend
you know?
and ally. We may struggle, we may fail, but we must try.
Now, Alfino, hear me out. What if you make him worse? Just for fun. We will find a way to save him.
We will. I know we will.
Thank you, Dragon Fruit. It is unfair of me to unburden myself in this manner, time after time, but I am glad that you permit me nonetheless. You are my true friend and ally. Though not all of our fellow Scions will support our stance on Estinian, I have faith that we will win them over in due course. Such is the infectious power of hope. Right. That is quite enough solemn introspection for one night. I think we would both benefit from some time in the company of Tataru. She stays for us at Fortal Manor. Let us not keep her waiting any longer. Alrighty, back to Ishgard. Oh, my sweet summer child. Look, Alfino's been through a lot, but he still has many, many things to learn. He still has all that plucky shonen protagonist optimism. Yet again, we walk an all too familiar path. I'm reminded of when we first came to this manor. Lost and uncertain, we were granted succor in our hour of need. We were saved, and now it is our turn to return the favor. Hear, hear. Let no one say that the Scions do not repay their debts. After all, what kind of people would we be if we forsook our friends? If we stopped looking for Ida and Papalimo, or if we gave up hope of bringing Minfilia back? Though she knew it would cost her dearly, Minfilia reached out to us to deliver a message. She believed it was imperative that we understand the true nature of this star, of the rift between Zodiark and Hydaelyn, and of the Ascians' aspirations. But for all that has been revealed, I cannot shake the suspicion that there is much we have yet to learn. Oh, buddy! You do not know how right you are. In any event, I think it time we step back from the fray and carefully consider our next course of action. It will not be easy to turn this tragedy to triumph, but we will find a way. We will. You have learned the emote battle stance. No, I already had that one too.
Of all the ways for it to end. Even before his transformation, I could feel the worm's hatred swirling about Estinian. The terrible, all-consuming rage. Enough to fuel a 1000-year quest for vengeance. It was all I could do not to run away screaming. But Ishgardians, nay, all Eorzeans, are made of sterner stuff. They face danger and death on a daily basis and understand what it takes to win a war.
I'm glad Kryl and Y'shtola are hanging out.
Think not too
They
deeply
need
on
more time
Master
together.
Matoya's words. Her intent was but to steal our resolve. That, and to remind us to look beyond these passing conflicts to trials greater still, to the truth which hides at the heart of this world.
So that's your aim, is it?
You disapprove?
Not at all. I believe it's traditional for the student to follow in the footsteps of the master. And you are so very alike.
I'm glad they cleaned the blood off the mural. Artbert, my boy! Still brooding, I see.
Change. That great inexorable wave was upon us, and soon all of Ishgard would bend to its will. For all our sins, for all our scars, the future for which we had long yearned was at last within our grasp. But it would be bought at a heavy price. For in those twilight hours did Nidhogg cry out for vengeance, and his brethren raise their voices for the final chorus of the Dragon Song War.
From the Memoirs of Count Edmund de Fortin, Heavensward, The Gears of Change. Ida and Papa Limo! Caution, Ida, that is all I ask. Do not be so eager to place your faith in them. Not until we know more. Oh. Very curious. Yep. Let's go. Time to tease the Griffin. Who we will get a lot more of in the patches to come. Alrighty. That does it for patch 3.2, which means we are going to suspend here. Let me hop over to the chat screen real quick. Anyway, thank y'all for coming. Next time with 3.3, we will be wrapping up the totality of the Heavensward storyline. Patches 3.4 onward bring us into Stormblood, so I'm very, very excited for next time because we get some good dungeons and a very good trial as well, both of which I'm real excited to play through. Thank you for stream, of course. Thank you for stopping by, peeps. Let me see who's online that we can toss a raid over to. We will be back tomorrow with more Final Fantasy 16. We've we've got all of our side content out of the way, so now we can finally make some more story progress in it, which I'm very excited for. And then Sunday we will be doing more viewer fighting game matches. I'm thinking we might do an hour of Melty Blood and then an hour of Strive, because I've been dipping my toes into Melty and I've been having a lot of fun with it. So we might do a little bit of both, and we'll go from there. So let's see who's online. Melty, yeah! I've been having so much fun with it. Okay, who's online? Hey, did you know that a lot of people stream on Friday nights? Turns out that's a popular time slot. We are gonna go and say hello to Rosendamon, because she's real cool, and she's a very cool horror sheep, which is great. I have the utmost respect for horror VTubers and PNG tubers, because all of them have real cool designs for the most part. Okay, there's our raid message. Let me make sure that I get our raid properly built, because turns out spelling is important for all that stuff. So, in any case, let's go raid Rose, and I'll see some of y'all for 16 tomorrow, and until then, I hope that you all have a wonderful and relaxing rest of your day. Take care, everyone.